live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And hey, this is the last of the Mohegans, man. This is the last show that I will do in regards to the Dallas Cowboys versus the Carolina Panthers, because there really ain't much else to talk about, man. I'm gonna give y'all the final updates and news that I got. Give y'all my final thoughts about the matchup, and then the next time y'all will hear from me, the Dallas Cowboys will be what we'll be 7-3, getting our win over there and moving on to the Thanksgiving matchup, man. So hey, what's up with you, Donna Mama? Thank you for tapping in and showing love. But hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when y'all tap in with your boy Henny over here in the liquor store. First and foremost, when you slide in, man, I need you to hit that like button, right? I need y'all to hit that like button, because on these social media platforms, the more likes that we get on these videos, the more that platform will promote the content that we put out. So if you want to see the liquor store do good, continue to grow, continue to flourish, all you got to do is hit that like button, man. It goes a long way in helping your boy Henny out. So make sure you hit that like button if you don't do anything else. So after you hit that like button, make sure you turn right back around, though, and hit that share button. Because first and foremost, man, I think everybody, mammy, big cousin, grandma, I know somebody done told you down the line that sharing was caring. And as you know, in the liquor store, we do practice manifestation, just like Donna Mama did. She came in with the 6 hearts. So we are practicing manifestation in the liquor store. When you drop emojis, you make sure that you drop 6 of them. When you share the content, you make sure you share the content 6 times. And when you share it 6 times, it could be to wherever you want to send it. You can send it to 6 different Facebook groups, 6 different social media platforms, 6 different group chats, 6 different family members, friends, co-workers, foes, frenemies. It does not really matter. Just drop 6 emojis and share the content 6 times if you want the Dallas Cowboys to win a 6th championship. All right, so y'all done hit that like, y'all done hit that share. And the most important thing that will ever ask you to do while we're on this live, I need you to slap the dog shit out of that one Panthers fan. I know there ain't many. They are an endangered species. You know, they stopped popping up after Cam Newton left. I ain't really seen Panthers fans like that ever since Cam left from down there. But if you are able to find one and you do lay hands to their face, I will be able to give you half off on all the merchandise inside the liquor store. And you know, we got exactly what you need to succeed over here, man. We got Cowboys, we got gin, we got hen, and everything else under the sun that can make you sin. So tap into your boy, Henny the Moore, and come get drunk in the liquor store. So y'all done hit that like, y'all done hit that share, you done hit that one singular Panthers fan upside the head, because there ain't that many of them. And the last thing you can do if you want to, is hit that Cash App or that Super Chat, because I am raffling away a ticket to go see the Dallas Cowboys play the Detroit Lions. The game will be on December the 30th. We're going to run a raffle until December the 15th. So you got time to get your raffle entries in. So it's $5 a pop. And the game you're going to will be a Saturday night NFL event. Right? It's going to have playoff implications. It will be in Dallas. And, you know, it's going to be great, man. So if you want an opportunity to go, hit the Cash App or the Super Chats or Super Stickers. It's $5 per raffle entry. And, you know, we're going to run this raffle all the way until December the 15th. Hey, what's up with you? James Simmons, I see you tapping in, showing love. Queso 52, I see you. Salute to you. Hey, Joe Rivera, what's up? Said, what's good with you, Henny? Ready to get drunk on some Dallas Cowboys content? Hey, man, it's Saturday. You know we got a day drink, man. On Saturday, you got to open up the liquor store a little bit earlier, man. Yo, Darren Sutton, what's Gucci, man? He said, sup, Big Hen? I'm ready to get drunk on the real about our Cowboys and slap the dog shit dookie out of any Eagles fan. Hey, that's what's up, my boy. Thank you for tapping in. Hey, I appreciate you, Mr. Rivera, for tapping in and dropping the 6 championship trophies. You know we're trying to win that 6th title. So thank you for helping us practice manifestation. So let's start with the bad news. Because there's a couple things that have happened. There's a couple things that have happened that change some of the things that I'm expecting in this game. First and foremost, let's start with the worst of the news. Let's start with the worst of the news. Rico Dow has actually been downgraded to questionable, and this is according to Nick Harris, who follows, who is a person that covers the Dallas Cowboys. Make sure you give him a like and follow on Twitter and every other social media platform. But he was downgraded. The Dallas Cowboys had a walkthrough, and he suffered an ankle injury. So this happened today, not too long ago. This is very fresh. So there is actually a chance that Rico Dow, who was your leading rusher last game, will not be able to play for you this upcoming matchup against the Carolina Panthers. So while we did expect for our team to be completely healthy, Rico Dow may be sitting on the sidelines, just like the rest of us. So what does that mean for me, in my humble opinion, about what's going to happen and how this shapes up? This is still going to be a game that we're going to win fairly easily. But one thing that I did want the Dallas Cowboys at some point to get the run game going. And listen, it didn't, in my mind, it didn't have to be any different than what we saw last week. We saw double-digit carries for Rico Dow. We saw double-digit carries for Tony Pollard. They were able to generate a couple of explosive runs. They were able to rush for some first downs. You know what I'm saying? We actually got a rushing touchdown in the red zone outside of Dak Prescott scramble. So, that was what I wanted. That is what I had wanted going into this next game. I didn't want anything different. I didn't want anything exotic. I still fully expect for this offense to run through Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and the wide receivers. But I was hoping that they could build on some of the foundation they were laying in the running game from this last game. It would have been a good thing to see. Now with Rico Dow being out, it's going to be more Tony Pollard, probably some form of combination of Deuce Vaughn or Hunter Luepke. And remember, what people also forget about Hunter plays a lot of snaps. Hunter just doesn't get the football. Hunter is doing his duty as a fullback. So he's out there, and he's done it enough at this point where if you were to turn around and hand him the football, nobody's antennas would be up. Nobody's antennas would be up. So, I don't really know what they're going to do in terms of the running game. But, this should be a get-right game for the running game anyway. If you look at the Carolina Panthers and how they fare on the ground in terms of stopping the run, they're not very good. Matter of fact, let me just fact-check some of this. All right, so this is at NFL.com defensive rankings. Let me get this pulled up. All right, I'm finna screen share this for 2 seconds so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna drop this down real quick. Bring the screen back up. And we're going to take a look at this Carolina rushing defense because regardless if Rico plays or not, this should still be a game where your running backs that do touch the rock have some opportunities to get some plays. So I got this arraigned, and this is on NFL.com. Sometimes stats vary. You can compare stats from multiple sites. There might be slight differences. But this is going from worst downward. The worst run defense in the NFL is actually the Broncos, followed by the Bengals. So that's 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24. So the Carolina Panthers are the 24th ranked run defense in the National Football League. They've given up 4.3 yards per carry, and they've also given up 15 rushing touchdowns. That's the second most. Like the Giants have given up the most rushing touchdowns, and they're tied with the Colts for the second most rushing touchdowns surrendered in the season so far. So this is a team that you can run the football on. You can run the football against this team. You should be able to do that. So even though Rico Dowd is not there, this still should be a game where Tony Pollard looks better. And listen, I'm not really even trying to take the ball out of Dak Prescott's hand, because Dak Prescott is cooking. He's on fire. He's played his way to the MVP conversation. Like, Dak Prescott has been fantastic. But one thing that I do know is that you cannot afford to be a one-dimensional team, down the line. There will be plenty of teams that we played. We can throw the ball all around the yard, and Dak Prescott arm and his playmaking ability will be enough. And then there will be other times down the road where you might need to give Dak Prescott some support in the run game. You might need to put the ball in the belly of the running back. So when opportunities arise where I got a pushover team, I got a team with a quarterback that's playing well, I got a team with a offensive line that ain't playing well, I got a team that's down their two best corners, I got a team that has only won one game, I got a team that stadium is going to get taken over, and they're out there practicing with a silent count. We're going to basically have a home field advantage. When we have these favorable ass matchups, once we get a lead or when we out there doing different things, man, like, that is the time to try to get this run game going. Like, in a game that doesn't matter, this is the time. Well, not saying it doesn't matter, but in a game where you should win going away, you should be trying to implement your run game a little bit. Yeah, Joe Rivera, I saw, and I actually got a slide for that too, so we will touch on that momentarily. But I appreciate you for bringing it to my attention. And yes, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and segue over to that. Let's go ahead and segue over to that. Let me make sure I got my right slide up here. Nope, that's not it. There it go. Okay. So as my brother Joe pointed out to us, the Dallas Cowboys did sign linebacker Rashaan Evans to the 53-man roster, right? So he's a former first-round pick. Landlord knows him very well because he did play his collegiate career at Alabama. So, and listen, he was decent. He was decent for us this last game. I saw him coming down and filling the lane. I saw him doing very well in run support from just what I seen. I didn't go back and dissect the defensive film frame by frame or anything like that, but just from what I remember from the TV copy, he was playing pretty decent football, right? And listen, we're going to have to lean on Rashaan Evans more and more as the season goes along. We already know that Leighton Vander Esch will not be back this season. They're not going to bring him back. And we need somebody like him who had over 100 tackles last year for the Atlanta Falcons. Veteran, good pedigree, former first-round pick. So I'm glad the Dallas Cowboys did not try to get cute. Because even right here, even from what Ian Rappaport is reporting, there was numerous times where other teams tried to sign him off of the Dallas Cowboys practice squad. But he stuck it out with us. And, he will, be with us for the foreseeable future, at least for the remainder of this season. They said more Evans play. He's going to find his groove. I agree with that, man. The only thing that I don't want him to do is to be in pass coverage. He's not a great cover guy at all. Like, his strength is playing in the box, coming downhill, hitting. Around the line of scrimmage. I trust him. I just don't trust him falling back, trying to cover a linebacker, getting mismatched on a wide receiver. I don't want him in any coverage. But playing run support, hitting, seeing the field, I trust him with that. But, also to point this out, a correlating move that Dallas Cowboys had to make. Because remember, you just can't sign somebody. Hold on. You just can't sign somebody and, and nobody gets cut or put on injury reserve. If you're wondering how we ended up getting a roster spot for him, or fourth-round pick Junior Fihoko, he ended up going to IR He's been dealing with a knee injury. Let them tell it. Honestly, what happened is they probably stashed him. You know what I'm saying? Like they probably didn't want to cut him and risk him clearing waivers and or risk him getting picked up. So he has a phantom injury. He has a phantom injury. He's on IR, and that move made way for Rashaan Evans being able to sign to the 53-man roster. So yeah, that's need to be how we use him. That's really the only way that I'm comfortable in him being out there. Because listen, like Marquise Bell, who was a former safety, I trust him. In coverage. You know what I mean? I wouldn't really trust him in coverage. As long as the Dallas Cowboys are asking to play run support, maybe rush the passer and blitz occasionally. That's his wheelhouse. But I like him, man, and I like the move. You know what I mean? Because listen, run support is definitely something that we have been trying to work on. We all know the Dallas Cowboys have had issues stopping the run in the past. But overall, your run defense has been much better. Now, are you one of the better run defenses in the National Football League? No. But you're not one of the worst either. Matter of fact, let me pull this back up because I can show you where we ranked it right now. If you can see this, and I got this arranged from the best run defenses on down. So Philly got the best. Detroit Lions second. San Fran third. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got the 12th best run defense in the National Football League. It's not great. It's not the best, but it's better than what it has been. It's better than what it has been all these years, man. And really, man, you've been doing pretty solid. The only game where we weren't really able to neutralize the run game. The only game only games we weren't really able to neutralize the run game of opponents. The 2 games we lost. Arizona Cardinals ran for 222. San Francisco 49ers ran for over 170. But outside of that, run defense has been much improved. Have not allowed a 100-yard rusher all year. Hey, what's up with your Choctaw? He said, I swear that Michigan is trash. Hey, man. I ain't watched no college football just yet. I ain't watched no college football today. Yeah, I ain't watched no college football today. Said we need to be in the top 5 on stopping the run. If we keep playing the way we are, hopefully that becomes the case. You've been a much better run defense these last couple of weeks, compared to earlier in the season. What's up, Neil? He said, what's up, Henny? Slap those 3 Panthers fans. Man, their faces are staying red. I almost feel bad. And the key word is almost. I feel you, though, man. But speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, man, if you are just now coming in, Rico Dowd has suffered an ankle injury during walkthroughs today, and his status for the game is in doubt. He has been downgraded to questionable, so I have no idea if he does play. And honestly, listen, whether he plays or not is a moot point. You should still go out there and spank this team. And listen, they're not a great run defense. This should be a game where the running backs that you do have get involved and they're able to make an impact for you. I'm not saying that we should feature these running backs. Like I'm letting Dak Prescott cook. I'm letting Dak Prescott throw the ball around. I'm letting him and CeeDee Lamb do what they've been doing. But this was a game where I was hoping that the offense could become more not balanced, because I don't think the run game is ever going to be up to par with where our passing game is this season. But it is a game that I did want us to try and lay some foundation moving forward. Said TP and whoever else would be good to go, though. Worried about Thanksgiving, though, for Rico. And that's the thing. If you think you can rest Rico right now and he'll be good for Thursday, then I'm not going to play Rico. If Rico only needs a couple of days to get ready. I'm resting Rico. I'm resting Rico. I'm getting him ready for the Commanders, and then that's gonna be where I need him. And then you gotta think about it. This is a game where you wanted to rest some of your guys anyway. We're trying to blow these boys out and get prepared to go home to Dallas, and go into a slugfest with the Commanders. Because while they're not a good team right now, they're still a divisional opponent. They played a bunch of teams really tough. They got talent. They got talent. So we're not just gonna roll over the Commanders. We got to go out there and do what we do. Yeah, Ty. She said in a walkthrough. Damn, can we order a case of bubble wrap from Amazon? Hey, man, it be like that sometimes. Oh, they said his recovery going well. He already had his reconstructive surgery. He's been around the team, so he's in good spirits from what I last heard. So everything seems to be fine with Trayvon Diggs. He's progressing at the rate that you expect him to progress from what I've heard. But Ted Henne can sit if Tony can't run over these dudes. Shaking my head. Hey, listen, Tony Pollard is gonna have to do something. Tony Pollard is gonna have to do something. Yeah, Queso said get Tyron Smith out ASAP against Carolina. I mean, yeah, I am gonna point something out. I have looked at one thing. The Commanders listen. The Commanders traded away their two starting defensive ends. They got rid of Sweat and they got rid of Chase Young. They've only got 2 sacks since they got rid of those two boys. So their entire defense has only accounted for 2 sacks since the Chase Young and Montez Sweat trade. So I'm not even sure that they're a threat in getting to Dak Prescott like that. With Tyron or without Tyron. I'm not saying that anything should or can't happen to him. I'm just saying. But that should still be the plan, though. Blow these boys out by the third quarter. Dak Prescott need to be sitting on the sideline in that fourth quarter hat. And like Joe said, Trey Lance should be our quarterback too. I'm sort of with you, man, because I like Cooper Rush. I really do. We owe him a lot for how admirably he went out there and tried to play for us. But we know he has limitations. His arm is limited. His athletic ability is limited. The playbook with him in there is limited. Trey Lance is the quarterback. Yeah, his name is Dak Prescott right now. You ain't lied about that, Santiago, because that man is out that mug throwing dots, throwing seeds. That man is going crazy out there. But we know that there are limitations to Cooper Rush athletically and physically that also limit your play selection. Trey Lance is the quarterback that can most easily duplicate the playbook that you would have for Dak Prescott. He can do the RPO keepers. He can scramble and make plays out of structure. He can do these sprint outs effectively. You know what I mean? So like Trey Lance is the athlete that I want them grooming to be your backup quarterback. Because remember, I touched on this the previous show. You know what I mean? I know a lot of this stuff sounds familiar, but when you look around the league, Joe Burrow is down for the season. They got Jake Browning out there going to be their starting quarterback. Who else? Deshaun Watson. They got a rookie 4th round pick quarterback going to be their quarterback the rest of the way. Daniel Jones. He wasn't very good, but he's still better than Tommy DeVito. I think that's how you say the man name, Tommy DeVito. So my point is, you seen all these quarterbacks going down with injury. Aaron Rodgers and his Achilles injury, leading them having to go back to Zach Wilson. You've seen a bunch of teams season get derailed because they did not have adequate backup quarterbacks. The last time the Dallas Cowboys suffered, a huge quarterback injury was to Tony Romo, right? And Dak Prescott stepped in, won Rookie of the Year, and the rest was history. Well, no, that's not true. Really, the last time that we had a significant injury was last year. He broke his thumb, and Cooper Rush came in, and he did admirably. But what I did see from Cooper Rush, right, he did not play well against the Eagles. I don't expect him to play well against the 49ers. I don't expect him to play well against some of these other playoff teams that we would have to beat and play in order to go to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl. Because even if something was to happen to Dak Prescott, I'm still trying to win one this year. And the person that probably gives me the best opportunity to pull something out my ass and win some of these important games is probably Trey Lance over Cooper Rush. So who would have thought that Noah Brown would be 5 times better than Gallup this season? Nobody. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Nobody. Hey, I was not expecting that. Man, he said they getting hurt stepping on Tic Tac show. Well, speaking of hurt players, I do got some more news in regards to people that will not or possibly won't be playing for us. Your boy Henny. I'm the real Henny, honestly. But Peyton Hendershot. The Cowboys have decided not to activate Peyton Hendershot from injured reserve this week. His next chance comes leading up to the Thanksgiving game versus the Commanders. Cowboys tight ends this Sunday at Panthers will be Jake Ferguson, Luke Schoonmaker, and Sean McKeon. So, I pretty much thought that he would be back in time for this game. But, I guess they don't want to rush him. The Panthers did a similar thing with J.C. Horn. He was practicing this week. They're not going to have him activated for this game. But I'm fine with this. And I'm going to tell you why I'm fine with this. You have a game in 3 days after this, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got 3 days, the 3 days in between. And then you're going to go and play the Commanders at home in our own building. So if Hendershot is going to be ready then, I'm fine with that because you need some more fresh bodies. You need fresh bodies going into this game, right? You need fresh bodies going into this game. I know we're going to try and sneak and steal a couple of quarters of rest for our starters, but it'll be good to have him on reserve. If he's able to come back and be fully rejuvenated, he might give you a little boost in your tight end room. Because remember, the Commanders are also going to be playing on a short week as well. They'll be playing on a short week. So, hey, if he's not ready, I'm fine with it. Because listen, if Rico don't play and Peyton Hendershot don't play, I got 2 fresh ads players coming in for this Commanders game. Because listen, if Tony Pollard's a little tired, I'm gonna increase Rico Dowd's workload. If Schoonmaker or Ferg's a little tired, you can just activate Peyton Hendershot and increase his workload. So you don't have to rush back to play the Carolina Panthers. If you're a little dinged up, you don't have to play to beat the Carolina Panthers. Right, you don't really even have to play some of these guys and beat the Carolina Panthers. Like I'm sure Dak could go out here and probably win this game without CeeDee Lamb if he needed to. I'm not saying to sit them or anything. I'm just saying they're not that good of a team. Charlie Jones, what's up with you, man? Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the podcast, man. And hey, everybody just now sliding into the liquor store, man. I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that like button. I need y'all to make sure y'all hit that share button. I need y'all to make sure y'all slap that one annoying ass Carolina fan, because there ain't that many of them. And make sure you hit that cash up with that super chat while you're at it, so you can get an opportunity to win the ticket to the Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game. But yeah, man, so I'm with it. Rico Dow, you're suffering with an ankle injury. Don't play through it, man. We'll see you Thanksgiving. They weren't ready for Peyton Hendershot to go out there. That's fine. Get your rest. To get your rest, Henny. We will see you Thanksgiving. Put them boys on ice. Put them boys on ice, and we'll go out there, handle the Panthers, and we'll have some fresh bodies for this other game. What's up, Jameson, man? How you been, man? Thank you for tapping in, showing love. I hate to hear that, man. I'm glad I'm sorry you ain't been feeling well, man. Yeah, I'm sorry you ain't been feeling well, my guy. But speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, though, man, y'all heard me ramble on about them boys for quite some time. Really, I have not even played any of the conferences or anything in a while. So I'm gonna play y'all some locker room talk from yesterday. Like listen, everybody and their mama had some things to say yesterday. So there's 3 of them there's actually more of them. So I'm gonna play some of these locker room interviews. They're not long. We're gonna see what their mind state is going into this game. I want to know what the hell they talking about and how they're looking at this little stretch of games. Yeah, what's up with you guys? Salute to you. I appreciate you for sliding in and showing love to the platform. And I see you helping us practice manifestation with the 6 shot glasses. So salute to you, kinfolk. The only time Carolina had 1 billion fans was when they went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, and listen, it sounds crazy, but the Panthers have been to the Super Bowl quite a bit for as long they've been a franchise. They went in the early 2000s, and they also went, in 2015. Hey, salute to my boy Charlie Jones for the $5 super. They got you a raffle entry for the Dallas Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game. So salute to you. Got you enter for that raffle. And he said, let them boys finish healing up. Hey, man. And it does raise the question, man, with how we usually handle injuries. We usually rush people back, like preseason stuff. Tony Pollard broke his damn leg in January. He was taking the starting reps week 1 in September. Right? Michael Gallup, we know he came back way too early in comparison. Terrence Steele, right? He had a worse leg injury than Kyler Murray. He been starting since week 1, and Kyler Murray just came back last week. So, I used to give the Dallas Cowboys flowers, their training staff, for how they handle injuries. But recently, man, I feel like they've been putting guys back out there entirely too fast, in my personal opinion. But, hopefully they do right in game, like mid-season. I hope they do right in how they go about, monitoring these injuries and keeping guys healthy, balancing when to play them, when to sit them. I just hope they're on top of that, because injury is very important, especially when you're getting to the back half of the schedule. You're getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Damn well you'll probably end up being a playoff team. So, what's up, Darren Sutton? I see you, my guy. Salute to you. But let's go ahead and play. I'm gonna start with Prescott, and I'm gonna work my way down. So I'm gonna play Dak Prescott's little locker room interview from yesterday, and we'll see. We're just gonna see the mind states of these players going into this game, man. So I'm gonna cut the music. I'm gonna pause the music anyway. I'm gonna screen share this. All right, let's get it, man. Let's get it. So this is Dak Prescott, QB1, future MVP of the NFL, coming at you live, man. Coming at you live.
Coming in this week, obviously, did you learn anything from the Arizona game from a team standpoint going into a game you're supposed to win against a opponent that's struggling?
Yes and no. I mean, obviously, this team did. Me personally, understood what the NFL is about. Understand that each team is full of professional athletes that get paid and care a lot about this game and going to prepare each and every week. And at the end of the day, it's all about matchups and each week is different. That's what makes this league better than any other, in my opinion. And so, yes and no to answer that, but right now it's about focusing on us. I mean, obviously that was early in the season with Game 3, I guess. And so right now we know who we are. It's about continuing to build on that, building some of the success that we've had, both sides of the ball, playing complementary football, and really just, as I've said over and over, trying to put our best version of ourselves out there each week and just getting ready to peak when it's need to be done.
Is there emphasis of trying to, obviously you've been so good at home, is there emphasis trying to carry some of whatever y'all, that mojo have at home to have play the same way on the road?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you want to, obviously we've been really, really good at home, and you want to take anything of that we can, but at the end of the day, it goes to our preparation, the way that we're preparing for the week, and guys have done a great job this far. Got a great schedule by Mike, and guys coming in engaged, excited, loving their job. You can tell it's all over guys' face. It's in the way that they practice, and just continuing, as I say, trying to build. And we understand that this is an NFL game with great opponents on the other side, and so they've got all of our respect, and it's about us going out there and just being the best that we can be.
Are there specific things that you can do to make it feel like you're at home when you're on the road in terms of carrying that over? What are some things you do to maintain consistency when on the road?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm the same process all the way through, home or away. I mean, I guess the only difference in my process is really where I'm laying my head, to be honest with you. So to that standpoint, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe, going in the crowd, going on the road like this, understanding where this team is, maybe it won't be, crazy loud, that we can use some cadence. But other than that, I can't answer that.
Dak, how do
Get that man some water.
Dak, how do you?
Get some water out of that, man, that weight room.
He hadn't been in the weight room in a long. I'm not strong enough to pull open the door. Dak, how do you show or manifest your trust in your teammates? Is it verbal? Is it just going back to them after a drop? Is it on the sideline in the huddle? How do you show that trust?
A little bit of both. I mean, it comes from the work that we put in, the work that we're going to put in together. That's where the communication starts, and therefore it just moves to the field. And as you said, just going to them in different times of the game, and then even after that, coming up and giving feedback on that, whether that was something that we worked on, whether that's something that maybe we haven't come up with, how we're going to deal with it the next time, good or bad. And just really at the end of the day, it's communicating and making sure these guys understand the work that I'm putting in and the work that we expect them to put in, and just what we're doing together, how it just helps the team win. And from there, when trust is created throughout this building, it's a tough team to beat.
And Jalen talked about him struggling last year and how you were with him throughout the whole offseason. Is it different? Do you treat it differently when a player is struggling to make it more of a point to show that you do trust him and things like that?
I mean, obviously you go and talk to him, tell him to keep, to stay at it, keep chopping wood, keep trying to get better, keep learning the playbook, understanding a lot of times for young players it's just really, the mind hadn't really caught up with the body and what they're wanting to do. So that's why I say the chopping wood, stay at it, understand that it'll come, don't get down on yourself. I'm not going to get down on you, understanding you're drafted where you were. There's a lot of expectations and a lot of people believe in you. Just, stay consistent to that, and things will pay out. And I think what he's doing is reaping a lot of that from last year of just simply staying consistent and trying to work at it. And maybe it didn't, as I said, click as quick as he had wanted to going back to last year, but it definitely has now, and he's become a big-time player for us.
Dak, the psychological work that you guys did in Atlanta, the mental work, how much can you tangibly feel that's having an effect on you guys every day in the huddle, at practice, et cetera?
Yeah, you're saying the workout in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back into that trust. It's just about communicating with one another, making sure that we understand where we are, where we want to be, what we've done, and it's a never-ending cycle of communication, really, at the end of the day. And so good, bad, and everything in between, you've got to make sure that you're going back to it, you're talking it out, and then you get a resolution over it, you get a solution from it, whatever it may be. And then from there, we're just going to only continue to build. I mean, this locker room, I think, is the strength of this team, and that goes hand in hand with the culture, with us trusting one another. And all we can do is really get better as long as we communicate, as long as we talk and communicate.
Jerry said after the game the other day, you've never played better than you are right now. what changes that you made during the bye week offensively do you like the most? Like the motion, the shotgun, the vertical routes? What are the things that appeal to you most?
I mean, I really think it's just all coming together. Honestly, going back to the spring and everything that we wanted to do coming into this season, having the first few games to really try. Now I don't want to say try some things, but figure out, I guess you can say, who we are. And I just think after the tough loss out there and then getting back together on that Monday night and then going in the bye week, we had a great sample size of this is what we're doing well. These are the things that we need to build off of. And obviously I love the motions. Love being. I won't necessarily say in the shotgun, but the ball in my hands, being able to spread it out, being able to throw it to guys, get it to these guys in space, allow them to go make players miss, and it's been fun, honestly. I mean, obviously I've talked about it before. My feet just being in sync with the reads and the guys understanding the footwork, and so everything's just really coming together.
What's up, Justin Kitchen? I see you helping us practice manifestation.
What is identity now? We established.
Jeffrey Smith, I see you too, man.
Was that you?
That's for y'all to figure out, man. You know what I mean? I can't give y'all everything. Y'all are good at y'all's jobs. You go tell me.
Brian Schottenheimer said your decision making is what's impressed him most out of the way you played over these last 4 games. What do you think for you helps you be a good decision maker on Sundays?
The preparation. That's for sure where it starts. And honestly, Schottenheimer gets a lot of credit for it. Mike, Scott, all those guys, just really us being on the same page and communicating throughout the week of what we're looking for in particular, particular plays, what we're getting through, what we're going to, what we believe how this defense is going to play us week in and week out. Those guys have done a hell of a job of getting me prepared and making me feel good with the plan that we have. And then for those last couple of days, it's, you know what I mean? It's just last little bit of film study, going over my plan, having a plan in my head for each and every play, and just going back to the preparation and just playing free because I feel prepared, honestly.
What does the motion do for you guys?
Growth with Ferguson between his rookie year and this year?
Confidence. I mean, Fergie walked into this locker room as a confident rookie and wanted to play and wanted to help this team however he could. But that was a word last year written lowercase, and right now it's capital, bold, italicized, in quotes when you're talking about Ferg. And that's just the way that he's carried himself, his mentality all the way from the offseason to now. And then you can tell just through his game and each game that he goes out there and does what he's been doing these last few weeks, it's only going to get that much bigger. And when he plays confident like that, whether it's in the pass game, whether it's blocking, all good teams, you know what I mean, have a great tight end, and that's what he can be for this one.
Why do you like your guys in motion? What does that do for you?
One more time?
Why do you like guys in motion? You said I love the motion.
Yeah, I mean, just stretches the defense at the end of the day. We're running things that we're really good at, just finding different ways to dressing them up, and from there, you know what I mean, we're putting stress on those guys, whether it be the slower motion, whether it be the fast motion, breaking in and out of formations, getting to other formations, making those guys communicate quick on the fly, and I think that just puts us at an advantage.
CD talked about how at different points in his 4-year career that you've been hot at times, he's been hot at times, but you haven't been able to be on the field together for a sustained amount of time when you're both hot. Is this kind of the best stretch of your career in terms of when he's been here, being together in the zone, I guess you could say?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, he hit it. I mean, I guess he can speak on 2020 when he got going near the end of the year. Obviously, I was out. 21, we were kind of, had some times if we're up and down. Obviously, had Amari Cooper with us, and so it was just an MG, right? So it's just a different variables, I guess, you can throw into that. And then you go to the next year, right? Me missing 5 games or so. I mean, blessed, just trying to obviously stay healthy, stay on the field, but just when you got a guy like that, he makes our job easier, and the more the trust, the more we're talking, working together, getting reps at practice, carries over into the game, the trust goes up, you're going to see the production continue to go up.
Dak, what do you make of what Tyron's been able to do the last 2 games without practicing, essentially?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a Hall of Famer. We all know that. True veteran, and make sure he's there on Sunday at the end of the day. To not stress his body more. Obviously, he's dealt with some injuries and some things in the past. So, honestly, credit him, credit the coaches, credit the training staff, weight room staff. Those guys coming up with a great plan for him to, to obviously be in shape, stay in shape, maybe even better shape at times than he would if he was getting reps. And, and then still for him feeling confident to go in each and every game and play the way he has. speaks volumes of who he is, the way he prepares for games, and then just his talent, obviously, when he gets on the field and you just watch him dominate guys.
Is it separate for him and where he is in his career, or do you think like you're getting into an evolution of NFL where it's like maybe you don't need to kill each other Wednesday, Thursday, Friday during the week?
No, I think I think it's specific. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's just for him. I think as you get older in your career and you've played a lot of games, experience is the best teacher there is. So when you have that to learn from, when you have that to go back and say good or bad, and really just be able to get your body right for that next game without getting hurt, it's just very specific. I mean, I'm a reps guy. I like reps, whether they're full speed or not. I like high reps. I like looking. I like seeing it. I like feeling the ball come out of my hand. So I think it's just individualized. I mean, obviously it's working for him. It's working great. I'm sure some other guys would say, hey, it works for me, and it may not. And then, yeah, it's not something I'd say the whole league needs to follow, but we're going to follow for him.
The way you in the offense are playing right now, is this who y'all are, or are you in the zone? Is there a difference?
It's a good question. I think it's who we are, and I think that's what makes it we're in the zone. When you're really feeling like yourself, I feel like as anybody individually, you get your hair cut, you put on your outfit, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be in the zone because you feel confident, and this is who, you know what I'm saying, you like that when you look in the mirror, when you talk to other people, that's how you know what I'm saying, you feel. And so for us, that's what it's been. And obviously even in a loss last week, you know what I mean, there was success, and, we weren't going to get down on ourselves just because she said no. We're going to get right back at it and go fishing again.
All right, y'all. So that was Dak Prescott. And listen, Dak Prescott, I'm going to be honest with y'all. He never really gives too much insight on what the hell is really going on. I love Dak Prescott. That's my boy. But, like he always gives the very politically correct answer, So every now and then you might be able to listen in and get some insightful information. And there were some tidbits. He slightly mentioned why he likes the motion, because it puts stresses on the defense. They got to declare what they're going to do. It makes them communicate, makes them a step slower. There's a bunch of things that go into it why the motion has been very effective for the Dallas Cowboys. But, he was open about that he liked it. He also mentioned, helping mentor Jalen Tolbert. First and foremost, shout out to Jalen Tolbert, friend of the show. That's the guy right now. If you haven't seen our interview with him on Cowboys Uncut, make sure y'all tap in. It's still on our 3 pages, mine, West Coast, and Landlord. But he talked about just, being a mentor to him, helping him get through the first rough patch of his career. We all know that he did not start off. We all know that he did not start off the way that he wanted to. They're having a lot of expectations coming in, and not living up to that off the bat. But this year he's been a playmaker, man. He's been a playmaker, and he's been balling, man. He made some plays for us. So that was Dak Prescott, and and he said, I'm gonna say what he said. He said that he already knew to be up and be prepared for the last game that they lost. Right? He said he said he knew to be up and prepared for the Panthers. I mean, not the Panthers, but to be up for the Arizona Cardinals. Because it's a week to week league. All these dudes are professionals and get a paycheck. So that's how he's going to approach the Carolina Panthers game as well. He said this probably was a good learning experience for the team as a whole. But he said that's a lesson he already learned. Dallas Cowboys have already lost games they had no business losing when Dak Prescott's been here. He's seen that shit. He's seen that shit before. So, hopefully the Dallas Cowboys are able to go out and execute well. Hopefully they're able to go out and not take these dudes lightly, beat up on them as quickly as possible. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask y'all, what do y'all want to do this week? Do y'all want to receive the ball first, or do y'all want to punt it off? Do you want to receive the ball first, or do y'all guys want to punt the ball away? And listen, I just want to get y'all mind say this is a question I'm asking y'all. 'Cause I personally would prefer to get the ball, go down there and score, and put pressure on them off the gate. But I don't know. Y'all might see it different. Y'all put in the chat box what y'all want to do. Joe said he wants to defer the start. Okay, Michael Autry, what about you? Jane Simmons said is with me. He said he want to receive. Okay, what about y'all, man? I'm trying to see. Don't be shy. Put in a reply. What say ye in the chat box, man? I got one punt. I got one receive. I want to receive it. Ty says she want to defer to the second half. Michael Autry says receive. Darren said kick it off. Donna Mamacita says receive. So it's a mixed bag. Honestly, the Dallas Cowboys should be able to win regardless of what the hell we do. But I think the reason, James Simmons, he said defense ain't stopped nobody in the first drive in a very long time. Tupac with the mohawk. What's up with you, man? I ain't see you in a long time, man. Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the platform, my brother. Yeah, they listen. The defense has given up points early on. I think it's a 6-game stretch where they've given up points on the first possession, whether it be a touchdown. Well, no, they didn't do it. They didn't do it this last game. But I think it was the Eagles game though, from like a 6-game stretch from earlier in the season to the Eagles game, they had given up points on teams' first drives. Hey, it's all love, man. I appreciate you for tapping in with your boy, though, man. I'm glad everything's going okay with you. Glad everything's going okay with you, man. Choctaw said receive. Yeah, I want to receive. I want to receive. Now, if the defense comes up and makes a play, that'll be something that puts the game away even faster, because we know we get a stop and go down there and score. Then we also have the opportunity to double up before halftime. So there's always pros and cons when it comes to receiving or deferring. Because if you go down there and you score on your first drive, that's cool. If you go down there and you stop them on their first drive and then you get points, or you have the opportunity to double up on their ass before halftime, then that's Gucci too. He said sometimes I be ninja watching. It be like that, kinfolk. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But yeah, man, so I hope they go ahead and receive. I need Dak Prescott to go ahead and get a passing touchdown on the opening drive. Bang, bang, bang. Go ahead, put this game. Now listen, man, I'm for real. I am trying to put this game out of reach by the third quarter. Like I know you can't pull your starters at halftime, but I'm damn sure trying to pull them at the end of the third quarter. I'm trying to go ahead and get up big on them, mercy rule this shit, and get on about my business, and play Washington. Matter of fact, let me see who Washington is playing. That is a very good question, because the Commanders I got the same schedule as us. All right, so the Commanders play the Giants. But the Commanders play the Giants, but the Commanders actually have lost to the Giants already this season. So I can't say that the Commanders got a cream puff either, because they lost to the Giants. They lost to the Giants this last time around. So let me see. I wonder if New York is getting anybody back. Let me see if the Giants are going to get anybody back for their game against the Commanders. All right, so Adoree Jackson is still out. Evan Neal is going to still be out. Mm, Andrew Thomas is questionable. Bobby McCain is questionable. Okay, so they ain't got no health. They ain't got no healthier for them. You say you took New York on your ticket. Yeah, we all listen. We all want fourth quarter hat Dak. Fourth quarter hat Dak is the best Dak because that means that Dak Prescott and them show they naked ass on the field. They to show they naked ass. They chilling now. Man, Henry, the energy Dallas needs is coming out of the locker room playing whoop that tree. Hey, real talk, man. I need them to go ahead and come out here and put a foot in their ass. I need them to go ahead and just put a foot in their ass and call it a game, call it an afternoon, man. But we just seen Dak Prescott's. So let's go ahead and who y'all want to see next? Y'all want to see Micah? I'm probably gonna play both of them, honestly. It's just gonna be a question of which one you want to see first. Do you want to see Micah Parsons first, or do you want to see CeeDee Lamb first? Matter of fact, I probably want to play Micah first because his ass probably gonna tell us too much. You know, Micah Parsons always speaks his mind. He's very forthcoming. That's why I like playing Micah Parsons clips. You know what I mean? Because Micah Parsons gonna say some stuff that they probably don't want him to say. So I'm probably gonna start with Micah Parsons, and then we'll take a look at what CD had to say. Yeah, I agree, Michael Autry. Let's go ahead and take it. We're gonna play both anyway, but we'll start with Micah, and then we'll move to CD. I know Micah is a dude that's gonna say whatever comes to his damn mind. All right, so let me go ahead and pause the music, man. Now, I actually might be able to react to some of the shit that Micah said, because when Dak got out there at the podium, like, I never really get any tidbits that I can just really dissect with Dak Prescott. Like, he's been doing, of course, he's been doing this media thing longer than the rest of the team, you know, outside of like the Zach Martin and the offensive lineman. But, you know, he is the veteran. You know, he is older than all his skill position players at this point in his career. Like, he's older than CD, Michael Gallup. He's older than, except for Brandon. Well, he's actually slightly older than Brandon Cooks. That's actually strange, right? When you think how long Brandon Cooks been in the league. But let's go ahead and play Micah Parsons and see if there's any good shit that he got to say for us. All right, here we go.
Carolina offense has been struggling, but what do you see when you look at Bryce Young on film?
You know, I see a quarterback, you know, who's just trying to basically find his way. I think he's grown in a lot of ways. Are times where he steps up and makes big throws for his team. You see drives where they put it all together. So, you know, he's a very competitive quarterback, or else he wouldn't have been a number one pick. So I think he creates a lot of problems because people forget how mobile he is and how good he is in the pocket. You see him avoid sacks a lot, break out of sacks a lot. So, I mean, he's a durable, must-see quarterback.
When you were off the ball on Sunday, there wasn't much of any offensive success. You guys had 3 sacks while you were off the ball. What do you think that change of pace does, and what are your thoughts about when you're not on the ball?
Yeah, it changes the pace just because, you know, people still fear me off the ball as much as on the ball because how many blitzes I do and things like that. So we're just throwing out some different personnels and things like that to put on film, see if we can reuse it. And obviously we had a lot of success in it, so we might come back to it, especially, you know, towards teams that like to go big on big. We got personnels and packages for that. So we're excited to have a lot of success to it.
I know you have a high standard for yourself, but no tackles. You had a couple of pressures. How would you assess that game for you?
You know, it was a fast. You know, when you're playing more off the ball and there's a lot of 3 and outs, and then you're going from D-line to off ball, D-line to off ball, it comes in like sometimes and there's not really a lot of snaps out there because we would get pulled late in the third, so there's not really a lot out there to get, you know, and that comes when you're playing a rookie quarterback who they're trying to keep everything vanilla, everything was fast to the flat, or it was a sack or a throwaway. So, I mean, it's always tough. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we got the win, so That's all it's about.
How much does Leighton's injury affect your role on the team the rest of the way?
Yeah, we had to change a lot of personnels and packages because of Leighton's injury. Usually he would be the one off the ball with us 5 on the D-line. Obviously with my ability and capability of being off the ball and having history that coach just felt like that was best for the team. So we got great rushers, as you can see. We still made a large impact. It's just my role has to increase.
A lot of people describe Jordan Lewis as scrappy. How would you just characterize the way he competes and just his spirit out there?
Yeah, he's definitely super scrappy, super gifted, super talented. We're glad to have him back from his foot injury last year. We dearly missed him. So, he's always a competitor, small man with a big mouth. Sometimes we say small man syndrome.
What can you take from any lessons from your approach to the Arizona game to go into this game with another team with struggling opponents, your big heavy favorite?
I mean, we already made that mistake once. We can't make it twice. I think during that time there was a lot of adversity that the team was facing, things like that. We were missing half our line. We're way more healthy, way more locked in. This November, December football, we can't have those type of mishaps happen, and we got to go out there and win.
Practice schedule could change a little bit, once a week in the sense of other days. Are you a lot more fresher, you think, going to the end of the
Yeah, for sure. Mike's been, I think he was talking about Hall of Fame schedule. He's on a Hall of Fame schedule right now. So we greatly appreciate, I think we have so many vet guys that get vet days anyway. Coach was just like, at this point, we might as well all have a mock game. So I guess it's a blessing to have a lot of vet guys on your team.
How do you stop from getting frustrated? Because you want to put up numbers, you want to get sacks, and you have a game like that. Do you say we won, that don't matter, that I don't, I know what they're doing to take me away, and what I do helps everybody else. How do you balance all of that?
I always say I got next week. People act like I'm dead today and gone tomorrow. Like, I get a great opportunity. I think that was one of 3 games where I didn't have a sack. So, I think the production's there. My presence is felt. I mean, you look at what it's getting to the point these Kobe B's is taking one read and running outside the pocket to scare for their lives. So I don't think it's anything about, the production-wise. I just think we're just doing a phenomenal job. Coach Q's giving me a phenomenal job, finding me the ways to get one-on-ones and things like that. But, I guess time will tell when we keep playing better teams.
Stephon Gilmore said that you tell him and the DBs, hey, we're going to get home on this play, the ball's coming out fast.
Yeah.
How often does that conversation occur, and how often do you guys kind of have that kind of dialogue with each
Yeah,
other?
based on the film, how I see they set the protection, they scheme me to have a one-on-one. And I tell Gilly, I said, this is my fish. This is a guy I'm going at. I promise the guy, if you just press that dude the ball, he's going to have nowhere to go. And, that takes trust. And I think a lot of times on film, he's seen this year where I win so quick, and the QB's just he's like, I see what you're talking about. So I think he's going, and I was like, bro, when you know we in this type of front, don't be afraid to jump something because, it has to come out. They don't have that type of time unless they're in max protection or something like that. But, that's just something you get off film and you understand my opportunities because, to be honest, I'm ever only going to have 2 or 3 opportunities a game to be one-on-one or free without getting a chip, a slide, or whatever it may be. So I try to take advantage of those.
One of the defining characteristics of this team so far, with the exception of the Arizona game, has been you guys just obliterate inferior teams right from the start. What's the mindset going against a team like that?
Yeah, we talk about it's dominate to be dominant, and we be damned if we're the team to get dominated. And I think that's been the standard. It happened once this year. And, when you have that feeling, you taste that, it's nasty. And you see it from our quarterback from that one game, and he's been lights out. And, you just say that's how you overcome. That's how you step into it and say, this is who I'm going to be. This is not who I am. And I think we've done a great job with our losses. Say this is really who we are. We just got to keep that momentum. I think that we got to be consistent, especially towards the end of the year.
How important has Osa Odigizua been to the equation on the defensive line?
Oh, man, he's been terrific. I think he's been outstanding. Since we came in together, he's been lights out in terms of learning the scheme, adjusting, being in different spots, rushing outside as an edge, rushing inside, and things like that, just getting better and better, and you see his growth.
When you see Dak and Lamb killing it as they have the past 3 games, how much confidence does that give you as a defensive? They have to throw the ball to give you a chance.
I don't necessarily think they got to throw the ball to give us a chance. I think we got some great running backs with TP, and Rico had a really nice game last game. So I think they can do pretty much anything they want to do. I think when you see that capability of Tony, CD, Brandon Cooks, and them all start clicking, they all start getting that chemistry. They even giving feedback talking about we're going to change the routes because I know they're going to go out there on you and take you on things like that. So when you see that all starting to click, you really got a special moment knowing your offense is going to do special things, and you see them early struggles, and I've been seeing domination lately, and those are some things that you love to see.
Thank you, Micah.
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
All right, now Micah Parsons gives you way much more sauce when he's talking. You know what I'm saying? So let's just start with the elephant in the room. They asked him about preparing for this team, your heavy favorites. I think we're favored by like 10.5 points. As he already mentioned, man, we already done got snuck up on from behind and choked the fuck out. That doesn't happen to the Dallas Cowboys once this year. You cannot afford for it to happen again, man. So they're gonna be out there trying to do their best to go out there and win this game. They're gonna prepare like they're playing a good quarterback. And listen, Micah Parsons gave him a lot of respect. He said he's a good young quarterback. There's been times where they have put it together and they have successful drives and things along those lines. And he also, what I did like though, he did speak on him being off ball more. I'm not sure if he hid any malice, but he didn't really sound too upset. He rationalized why he didn't have the production. They didn't really get an opportunity to even be on the field that much. A bunch of 3 and outs, a bunch of quick passes, a bunch of Micah Parsons playing off ball, and like he stated, 3 sacks came while Micah Parsons was not even attached to the defensive line. So Micah Parsons did a lot. He still drew attention. He still helped the boys out. He said, Joe, take them to Mickey D's. Hey, what's up, Jose? I see you in the chat box, man. Salute to you, my guy. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. I feel very confident about this game, man. I feel very confident about this game. And it's not, and remember, I always say this, it's not even about beating the Carolina Panthers. You're going to beat the Carolina Panthers. It should not be a 3-point game that was a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be Brandon Aubrey kicking a field goal to win by 3 points, and you beat the Carolina Panthers 37-34 or some wild shit like that. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be anything close to that. You should win by 17, 20, 30 points against a team that has a problem moving the football, a team that has a problem running the football, a team that has a problem protecting their quarterback, a team that has a problem not allowing scores because they're allowing over 26 points per game. You should win this game easily. You should win this game. It's all about your production. It's all about how you go out there and execute. And really, man, I just came to y'all today because there ain't shit else to talk about. I ain't gonna even go live again. This is it. We ain't talking about this shit no more. The next time you see me, I will be talking about what the Dallas Cowboys did to secure this victory, the things that I like schematically about the win, everything. You know what I mean? So I'll be live sometime Sunday after the game. But this is the last time that we're going to talk about the Carolina Panthers. I don't really see matchups or mismatches alone there. They haven't ran the ball particularly well. They have a problem stopping the run. They're down. There's 2 starting corners. I'm going to say it again. If the Dallas Cowboys find a way to lose this game, I'm done with their ass. We ain't talking about no championship this year. Right? So go out there, handle your business, beat up on the team that you're supposed to beat up on, and I will see y'all back in the liquor store after that. So on the way out, Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. NFZ, salute to you. Make sure that you drop another emoji because we need 6. We need 6 stars. We're gonna win that 6th championship, man. But salute to you on your way out. Drop that extra emoji. Hit that cash app on the way out so y'all can get an opportunity to go to the Cowboys versus Detroit Lions game. Slap that one Panthers fan upside the head one more time. And y'all enjoy y'all Saturdays, man. Peace. God bless. And I will see y'all on the other side.